All right, I think we're recording. Good evening, everyone. I thought that it was about time that we did another newbie training because we've had so many people joining again. And I don't like the fact that if they join that they sometimes don't get a training right away. Sometimes it takes a while for us to get to a newbie training. So today I'm going to go over a basic PowerPoint of just a huge overview. A lot of details will get skipped over, but this is like the big picture. And I'm sure if you go to your sponsor, your friend, or your teammates, whatever chat you're in, you're going to get a lot of these details more in detail, broken down, that they make more sense. But as for today, I want to do like a basic overview. And then I think we're going to try for doing weekly team calls where once a week, one of the leaders or whoever wants to is going to be talking on a certain topic and then just expounding more on it, and anyone can join in and listen. So as for that, whether you've joined for health, for the business, both are awesome. Both are incredible reasons for joining. So today's PowerPoint is going to be more so on Plexus, who Plexus is, and the basics of the business. And then from there, we're going to do more team calls that are going to be expounding more on product, more on team details and things like that. So bear with us today, and then just think of it as the big picture. The next few Zooms, we're going to be breaking it down into more of a smaller, detailed version. So I'm going to start sharing my screen here and opening up my PowerPoint. I do not really have notes. I'm just going to kind of go through of what we have. And where did my, okay. I'm going to have to go back and go get it. Sorry about that. Not sure why it closed on me there. And I'm going to scoot us over there. If you have the sidebar with the pictures or with our videos, it helps a little bit. Okay, so let's do a little bit of history on Plexus. 2005, so it's been just over the 10-year anniversary since Plexus actually began, but it only began as a breast health company with one product, and that was a silicone breast check kit. That's all they had right in the beginning. It's all it really was. I'm not even sure of what the compensation plan or what the plan was behind it back then, but that's what they started with. In 2009, they added our amazing pink drink. That's when the pink drink came into be. And just look at the numbers of the sales. Like if you have opportunity to come to an opportunity meeting and take part in when Plexus goes around and does some traveling and brings their people out and talks about the history, listen to the story that Alec and Tarl share about how when they first started, 2010, and then how the growth jumped from $968,000 to $11 million in 1 year. It was an incredible year for them. And then if you just kind of look at how the numbers just climbed, 2016, 600 million. Like, the growth is incredible, and they are completely on track to being $1 billion company for 2017. So it's just incredible growth, and it all boils down to the compensation plan that they have. It works. It's amazing. People thrive on the products. The product behind all of this works, right? So over 65% of sales is purchased from customers. So if you're going to be studying any multi-level marketing compensation plans, a big no-no is when companies do not have customers. that they have only recruiters, that they're always just in the business of just adding tons of people and only recruiting, but not having a consumable product that actually works, right? Well, look at what we have. A 65% rate of sales is directly just from customers. And then the last point, I think, is my favorite. They're a debt-free company. And very, very often when things are decided, when products are brought on board, when people are brought on board that work at Plexus, for Plexus, they can choose the best of the best. And this is most often going back to the fact that they are debt-free. Incredible thing to have in today's world, especially of a company of this size. Okay, so let's go over some keys to success. I think one of the biggest keys is just belief in itself. It's belief in the product, belief in the company, belief in yourself. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself that you can be healthy, right? You have to believe in yourself that you have valuable attributes to share with other people. And a big one is belief in network marketing. For me, I had never done anything in network marketing at all. My view of network marketing was very narrow and very limited and very wrong. Very wrong. Network marketing is simply building relationships with people. That's pretty much what and you do it all over. You do it when you've bought an amazing pair of shoes somewhere on sale and you tell your friends about it. You've just networked, right? You find something online and it's an incredible sale and there's a coupon to be had and you tell your friend about it and say, you can have my coupon. Look at this sale. You know, networking is just sharing. The other thing to your belief is the consistency. There's different levels of consistency in how your success will be determined. So consistency and taking the products is definitely going to be directly tied to your results, right? Consistency in sharing the products as well. If you're only going to be like here and there and every now and again, then your consistency, the results will be slower, right? Consistency in sharing the business. The opportunity is such a huge thing for us. If you're telling everyone that is also interested in the products about the opportunity as well, you're going to have double success. You're going to have people getting healthy and people growing a business, right? And then consistency and training your team. So once you start growing a team, once people start joining you and they want what you have, basically it all boils down to duplication. Duplicate what you've been taught, tell them to do what is working for you, and share that, walk alongside them, and that's your consistency. This is a huge one. So finding your why is definitely going to be your motivation behind everything. So your why, it will fuel your motivation and success through good and challenging times. So ask yourself these questions. Why do I want this? What would a successful business look like to me? What do I want this opportunity to provide for me? How can Plexus help me grow personally and professionally? What will this mean to me? When I achieve this, how will this impact my family? I think that's my favorite one. So, and then you take all those answers and you translate your why into goal setting and activity. In the very beginning, I'm going to share a little tad of my story. When I joined, my why was simply, I desperately was looking for health. And I was at first, when I saw Plexus on Facebook, to me, it was just another Herbalife. It was another Red Box. It was another Thrive. It was a weight loss product. And I scrolled right on by, right? My issues, my health issues were a lot more than weight. And because I had a friend that cared and because I had a friend that knew of the need that I had, she challenged me and said, hey, look into this a little bit more. There's more to it here than what you think there is, right? Okay, so my why was purely health. I wasn't thinking of a business. I needed it desperately. I wasn't thinking of it. But slowly it was exposed to me, and slowly the vision started growing. So, and then I started seeing what the opportunity could be and what it could provide for us. If you guys can mute yourself, would be awesome when you come on. So how can Plexus help me grow personally and professionally? Personal growth is a huge factor and has been such an amazing part of Plexus. I didn't think of personal growth when I sat down to write out my first why. But now that I think about it, as time went by, personal growth has become a very valuable asset because it helps you understand people. It helps you understand your own strengths and your own beliefs. And I don't call them, it's not things that I can't do, it's things that I'm not strong in, right? Your personal self-talk becomes a lot stronger. You have more affirmations over yourself, that you challenge yourself to grow more, that you can help more. So what will this mean to me? Well, it's changed everything, and it can for you too. This opportunity is for anyone. So when you look at the oldest jewel in Plexus, I believe she's almost 70. I think she's a sapphire. And then the youngest jewel is, I think her name is Jordan Reynolds, and I think she's 21. Isn't that incredible? Like, from a university student to a grandma who is like past retirement age. This opportunity truly is for everyone. So when you achieve this, what will this mean for your family? Put your words into this when you're looking for your why, right? And then write it down and allow yourself to think big. Allow yourself to think about things that you've often thought about, but still immediately in your brain say, oh, that's never going to be us, right? Take away that, oh, that's never going to be us, and replace it with, this will be us. And just write it down and make it all how you can see that this opportunity and these products will change your life. That's a little bit about your why. And then we set goals. How are we going to achieve that, right? Number one, be positive with yourself. Imagine where you can be. And it takes a lot of, like I said, clear the cobwebs from your brain. Don't say I can't. Speak positive things about yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Know that you can. So let's break it down. Let's determine annual, monthly, weekly, and daily steps. Break it down so small that it doesn't look big, that it doesn't look overwhelming, right? So where do you want to be a year from now? Personally, so possibly your health. When I first joined, I sat down and I said, okay, if I'm doing this, I'm going to give it at least a year. I know that my health issues have been with me for many years. It's not going to be an overnight thing. Let's give it a year, and then I'll reevaluate where I'm at with my health in a year. Amazing things happened in that year. My health improved like 99%, but also professionally, financially, and spiritually. It was incredible what can happen in a year, right? So create a plan to get there. Turn your long-term goals into weekly and daily activities. Break it down so small that it doesn't look overwhelming, right? So how many hours a day will you need to do income-producing activity to reach your goal? So let's look a little bit at income-producing activity. Treat Plexus like a business, and you'll get paid like it is a business. Treat it like a hobby, and you'll get paid like a hobby. It is your choice, and not everyone will come in and make a business of it, and that's totally fine. We have amazing wholesale people that still help people every day, right? But the choice is yours. If you want this to be your opportunity, like we just talked about breaking down your goals, these are some things that you can focus on. So establish your weekly and daily activities, and that will keep your business and your income moving forward weekly. Always remember that you are in charge of your very own raises that you give yourself, right? It's not you asking your boss for a raise. It's simply you yourself doing the work for a raise. So let's look a little bit at weekly. So let's share Plexus products with at least 3 people. Let's share the Plexus opportunity with at least 3 people. Share your skills with at least 3 team members. So that's basically duplication and sharing alongside the people that you bring on board exactly what you've been trained. And then participate in 1 event. This is per week, right? So it doesn't look like a whole lot. That breaks it down to 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 1, which they call a perfect 10 week. When you look at that and it's broken down like that, it doesn't look like that much. Events, there's always events going on. Tap into the weekly events on the Gut Health and Happiness group. Add your friends to that group, right? Amazing group that has just been started by our diamonds. It's huge. There's like an average of 300 to 400 people being added to that group every day, and incredible resources, information. It's all at your fingertips. Great place to participate in the event weekly, Tuesday nights, and a great place to plug in your prospects as well. So let's look at it daily a little bit. Just imagine if you did the 3 plus 3 plus 1 every day. Hand out 3 sample cards to potentials, post about Plexus on Facebook, and then revisit your why. It's very important to always go back to your why, to your goals. Very important that you write it out, that they remain visual and that they remain in front of you, right? And then invest in your personal growth 15 minutes a day. We have some amazing books that we share with our team. If you want to start with some really simple ones, start with Rock Your Network Marketing Business by Sarah Robbins. Simple read, just some basic facts that will just be a light bulb thing for you to start your business. And another one is The 4 Colors of the MLM by Big Al. That's just such a key element to starting sharing with people. And then let's look a little bit how we can break that down. So your Frank's list. This is something that's in your success kit, and it's really well written out in your success kit, probably better than this. I'm just going to do a brief overrun of it. Friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighborhood, kids connections, and service organizations. And that S can also be strangers. So this is your success list. The ones that you will contact first, tell about your business. You will continue to always build this list. Every day you add people to your list. As long as you're working, you're going to be friending more people. You're going to be talking to more people, meeting new people, and then categorize them according to what you think their biggest need may be, right? Whether it be health, financial, whatever their need is, this will be how you become successful. They will hear about Plexus whether you tell them or not. So you want to be the one that they hear about it first, right? Several ways to share. Social media is a huge platform. And I know that right now in Canada, we're all sitting on pins and needles waiting for our doors to open. But a lot of you are not in Canada. So you still have the freedom of sharing products as well. We're at the very brink of launching Plexus in Canada. So it's been a huge waiting process for us, and we're so very near. Just today I was on a call with the general manager of Canada, and there's some super exciting things being planned for Canada, just for us, just for the launch. So very much looking forward to that. Social media tips. Your friends follow you because of you. This is so amazing. So share your life. Post about your interest, your family, your dreams, and your love of Plexus, right? But then you want to balance it. You don't want to just be over Plexus posting, right? That'll turn people away. So a balance ratio is often 2 personal posts to 1 Plexus post. And you know what? People are watching even if they're not engaging on your post. It can take months before someone is ready to take the leap and contact you. So share your passion, draw them into what you have. Many are watching. Follow and engage your friends. This is where the amazing part of one Plexus comes in. So if you have a lot of Plexus friends, that's awesome, because if you build relationships with them and connect and comment on their posts, it supports them, but it also supports you. but be real, be yourself, right? The only thing that you're wanting people to see is you and how Plexus is changing your life, right? Join groups, groups of similar interests. This is a huge exposure for any network marketing online. And then build a network of like-minded people. So every person that you bring on board, it's not about who they know. Sorry, it's not about just who you know. It's about who they know, right? Every person has their own network. So pursue friendships in these groups. You're not just there to go find Plexus people, right? You're there to find friends. You're there to build relationships and to just connect with people because you have things in common. Videos are amazing. People will stop and watch a video much easier than what they will stop and read a long post, right? So if you're sharing, if you're doing private messaging and people are curious about your story, make a short video and send it to them and say, hey, this is probably easier to understand than if I actually just wrote it all out. So here's my video and tell me what you think, right? It's a lot more captivating. So sharing Plexus. This is a little bit just the tips of the basics of sharing Plexus. I'm just going to go through a few points. Be prepared. We call it an elevator speech, which means that if you would end up in an elevator, and this is really cool because we've actually done it, have a 20 to 30 seconds elevator speech that will introduce yourself, what you do, and get people thinking. Like they will remember of why they met you in the elevator, right? So something like, I help families have more time and financial freedom. Or I help people improve their health and their wealth. Or I help moms stay at home with their babies. That is going to stop people and say, how? They will be thinking and asking, how? What do you do? You know, that opens minds a lot more than if you say, oh, I'm with Plexus. And they're like, don't know about them. Talk to strangers. You know what? Often we stand in line and no one talks to each other. Take the opportunity, see what's around you, talk to strangers, be kind, ask questions, intentionally build relationships with others. So your Franks list, let's go back to that a little bit. Choose the top 20 of your Franks list. So the top 20 people of your Franks list that you know would be amazing at the business or that really need the products, and pursue them. And then reach out to the rest, continue, and always add to your list. This is something that I just had a friend of mine do on my Facebook wall today, was ask for referrals. If a friend isn't interested in your products at the moment, ask them if they know someone who could benefit from them, right? If they think Plexus isn't for me, that's okay. People aren't all going to be jumping on board. That's okay. Tell them, you know what? If you know of someone who's struggling with their health or who would really be able to use an extra income in their household, would you tell them about me? Can you connect them to me? You know, they probably want to help you grow your business, and all you have to do is ask. It's a really easy way of sharing. Talking a little bit about training. So a big thing is welcome all your teammates to the team pages. This is a huge exposure to everyone. And it's a unique part of Plexus because it just seems to bring in the one Plexus culture. Everyone's excited when new people come on board. Hey, you're joining our Plexus family. So add a picture, add a personal note, talk a little bit about them, tag them in the post, and make sure that we all see how excited we are for them to join what we have, right? That's their immediate exposure. And even if they tell you, oh, I'm not going to do the business, that's okay. Guess what? I made it to Emerald and I said to Eva, I'm not doing any business. It happens all the time. There was the one time when they did the jewel training in Dallas, and the trainers had 200 and some jewels in the room doing training with them. And they had asked the question of, how many of you said you would not do the business when you first joined Plexus? Over 2/3 of those people raised their hands. They all had accidental businesses. Isn't that so cool? I'm one of them. I wasn't there at the time, but I'm one of them. So another thing that you can do is send out helpful training videos to your teammates, to your team. Personal growth is truly the cornerstone to building this business. Your team will mirror your leadership. Share, even if you feel that you don't know everything, that's okay. We always say that we learn as we grow, right? And then another thing that we have is run with the runners. Love the 80%, but lead the 20. There's always going to be people that are here just for the products. That's wonderful. Everyone has the opportunity to have the wholesale price as well, right? But the ones that grasp the vision of the business, run with those. Those are going to be the builders that will bring in more people, expose more people, and share what we have. So help your ambassadors set realistic goals. Going silver. We have an awesome month for doing that right now, hey? 3 qualified ambassadors. Everyone knows 3 people that could use the products. Everyone knows 3 people that could use an extra few $100s a month, right? So achieving 500 PVs is a 25% commission. That's a huge part of it. That's return on your products right away. Make your Franks list and post on Facebook. Help your teammates to post on Facebook and post daily. And then you teach how to share on the products. Tons of information in our team groups and places where they can watch videos and participate in trainings, which we will have more of. Some resources to go to. YouTube is a huge one. There's a few names that stand out. Tara Castaneda is a really good trainer. Sarah Marble. Plexus U is actually Kristen and Jarrett Abart, our Diamond Uplines. They have a ton of videos. Diamond documentaries, weekly calls. Tim and Michelle Thomas, Rock the Pink Live. Tamara Holloway is a really good trainer. Ami Darling, master nutritionist. She's actually very shortly coming out with a bunch of new videos on the new products. I'm super excited for those. Melissa Eichenhorst, very good trainer. Some of the names that you can follow there. I really like this. This is the Shield of Confidence tool. And if you look at the shield there, this is the Plexus Shield of Confidence. This is why we stand strong behind our products and behind our business. We have a 60-day money-back guarantee. When do you ever walk into a drugstore, a health food store, anywhere, and you buy something and they say, hey, if you don't like it, you can bring it back within 60 days. You know what? That's an awesome thing that Plexus stands behind, and they're very truthful to their word as well. I've seen amazing returns being done. And then the amazing thing that we have is scientific evidence behind the ingredients in Plexus products. Regardless of what what people can dig up on Google, Plexus has the evidence to stand behind of what we have. The number one thing that we have, if you look at the next box, is the thousands and thousands of online testimonies from real people. When I scroll through the new gut health and happiness group, I know so many of those testimonies. Like, I personally know these people. So when you share them, even if you don't know them, you can say, hey, my friend Marge knows this person, and she knows that this story is true. This really happened to this lady, to this person, right? And then just look at the phenomenal growth of the company. That's a huge factor of something that wasn't real wouldn't have the amount of growth. When you go back to the very first slide that I showed you, the amount of growth that we've had and how it's continuing to grow, right? Almost $1 billion company. So your story is your truth, right? That's a huge part. We will all have naysayers. We will all have people that say no to us. We will all have people that try to tear apart of what we have for their very own reasons. I've always said, you know what? Regardless of their opinion, they will never take from us of what Plexus has done already for us, right? So your story is your truth. No one can dispute your own personal story. Take time and get it organized and be specific, right? Your story, when you share it in a story form, is captivating, and people are intrigued, right? They want to hear more. So it's not just about the details. It's not just about you not having candida anymore, whether that may be an awesome, amazing thing. but it's about how it changed your life. Tell your story. So you sell the products and the opportunity with conviction and passion, not with your extensive knowledge, right? The knowledge is a crucial, amazing thing to have, but you can always learn more. You can always go to uplines and get the answers, but your conviction and your passion is what's going to sell your story. That's what's going to draw people in. So let's look a little bit about follow-up. We're talking to all these people on our Franks list, right? Why do we say fortune is in the follow-up? This is a few reasons why. Follow-up, follow-up, follow-up. It's just incredible of what follow-up will do. 48% of sales people never follow up with a prospect. That's almost half. So technically these people have gotten one exposure to Plexus. That's it. So if we look at the statistics, and it takes from 4 to 12 exposures before people decide if they want Plexus or not, over half of the people are going lost, right? 25% of salespeople make a second contact and stop. You're still losing a quarter of the people. 12% of salespeople only make 3 contacts and stop. So they're like crickets, not hearing anything. I'm not going to contact them again. You're still losing out a big chunk of people. Only 10% of salespeople make more than 3 contacts. Imagine that. Only 10%. 2% of sales are made on the first contact. You're going to strike lucky. That's like a lottery ticket. First contact. It's few and far in between. 3% of sales are made on the second contact. Not a whole lot more. 5% of sales are made on the third contact. Okay, 3 contacts, you're going to have 5%. 10% of sales are made on the fourth contact. Now look at this. 80% of sales are made on the 5th to the 12th contact. And this is not just talking Plexus. This is sharing who you are, asking questions about what their life is like, building that friendship, right? Going right back to connecting and finding friends. That's what it's about. So they're going to start learning your story, and they're going to hear your passion and your conviction. And they're like, I want what she has. If that's what it does for her, then I want that too, right? You're drawing them in. So sometimes we're like, I'm brand new. What am I going to suggest? What am I going to tell them to use? Well, Plexus is amazing in that, because you know what? They've already prepared everything for us. They have put the perfect combination together. We are a gut health and happiness company. And what does Plexus do? Plexus focuses on root issues. We can always go back to the triplex. It's a simple combo of products that will focus on blood sugar balance, that will focus on the gut health and the inflammation. Those are your root issues. Keep it simple. The more simple that you keep it, the easier it'll be to share, right? So there's just a little bit on the welcome pack and the retail, preferred, and the wholesale. Super easy. Always go back to the triplex. You'll start the people off right, regardless of what you say about the triplex. Okay, so product knowledge, be a product of the product. You are your first customer. This is huge. This is huge. And sometimes we have to alternate dosages, times of the day. There's no one set box of rules of how to take our products. Each person, each body is unique. Find what works for you. And sometimes, you know what, it takes time. It takes time to adjust to what you're taking. It takes time for your body to decide what's working. So what may work for you and the testimony that you've had may not be the same of what it will be for your people, and that's okay. Just help them, walk alongside and say, you know what, I'm going to try and help you find the answer for that. Let's see what's going to work for you. Sometimes we have to adjust and change up things a bit, and then we can find a solution for them, right? So in order to keep it really simple, know at least one thing about each product and how to use them. That's really simple. If you know one thing about each product and how to use them, you can make a basic flashcard, put each product on there, and we only have 18 products, so it's not like you're learning a dictionary, right? and put one thing about each product on that flashcard and just go over that a few times so that you have it in the back of your brain, or if you have to dig it out, that it's fast and easy. And then that's all you need to know. If they're asking for more, then tell them, you know what? My friend has been in Plexus longer. How about I add you to a chat with her and we'll talk about this because she'll help you learn more about what these products are about. There you go. You've got your three-way chat going. So understand the core of most health issues will be finding these issues. This is where I got back to the glucose metabolism, which is your blood sugar balance, gut problems or inflammation, right? If you target those three areas, those are the roots of all your bodies. Okay, so let's shift gears and change a little bit and talk about our compensation plan. And I find this was something that really overwhelmed me in the beginning. So if you're going to be overwhelmed, just kind of go with the basics. Again, like I said, some of these things make more sense if you've been in the company longer and you've had more time to be more exposed. But listen to the basics, because like I said, when I came into Plexus, I had zero multi-level marketing experience, never mind having done any studying on looking into compensation plans, right? I truly believe these things now because I've lived them and I've been exposed to them. And I've also decided to look into other companies because people will come to you and say, hey, I'm with such and such a company and they have an amazing product and guess how I get paid and I made so and so much money. And you're like, oh, cool, that sounds really cool. But how do you make money? So now I'm that person asking them, how do you make money? Because it's interesting to see why Plexus decided to have a compensation plan like we do. We get paid 11 ways and we get paid 7 levels deep. That meant nothing to me when I started, nothing. But when I now say Plexus has the best compensation plan, I truly mean it. You have the opportunity to get paid 11 different ways through Plexus. It really is. So let's break it down a little bit. 4 categories: commissions, preferred customer bonuses, business building bonuses. That's when people join your team, and rank achievement bonuses. That's when you rank up. Profit sharing and Plexus points. Those are 4 different categories. Okay, so let's look at the commissions part. Personal volume, those are your PVs of your orders and your customers' orders, right? So we know that those add up really well. On the first $100 to $499, you get 15% commissions. On anything of 500 PVs and over, we know that bumps it up to 25%. And that's an awesome return. 25% on your very own order even, right? So your PVs come from your own personal purchases and from the customers who purchase through your replicated website. Super simple. You should always have a goal of having 500 PVs every month. And you know what? It's really actually quite easy because that bumps your commission up to 25%. Technically, when you're looking at wholesale prices plus 25% off, that's pretty huge, hey? I love that. Okay, so let's look a little bit at the preferred customer bonus. This is an amazing aspect that I have not seen in a different company yet. Preferred customers are customers that have an auto ship and have product going through your replicated website every month. Preferred customers get their items at a discounted price and you get a bonus, which is a set amount of dollars per product every month, every time that their order ships. It's not a one-time thing, it's every month. Every month you get that preferred customer bonus. Then let's look a little bit at the business building bonuses. This is always a tongue twister. So when a person joins your team, when your friend, your sister, or the lady from church joins your team, and we're always huge on sharing about our welcome packs. Our welcome packs are packages of product put together by our company at less than wholesale. And the people can pick exactly of what they want to start with, right? Of course, our triplex welcome pack is an amazing place to start. So half of all welcome packs is paid out. Imagine that. Half of all welcome packs is paid out. Doesn't even go to the company, it goes to us. 50% of the welcome pack goes to you, the sponsor. So it'll be a $99 welcome pack or a $199 welcome pack. So if it's a $99 welcome pack, you get the $25. If it's a $50 if it's a $199 welcome pack, you get the $50. So, and then let's break it down into the different levels. 25% of that welcome pack goes to your upline. So it's the $25 or the $12.50 if you're going to break up the 50 and 25. And then the third upline gets 15% and so forth from the fourth upline. Isn't that incredible? So even when a level 4 joins your team, so that's like the fourth person down from your level 1, third person down from your level 1, you still get a bonus from that. That's incredible. Okay, so let's look at the one-time rank achievement bonuses. So going silver through senior ruby, there is one-time rank achievement bonuses. If you look at the silver, it's $100, gold, $250, senior gold, $350, ruby, $500, senior ruby, $750. It's pretty amazing, hey? That's just for achieving that rank. It talks in the bottom from gold through senior ruby, the bonuses are doubled when achieved in the first 30 days. So if you hear people talking about fast start gold, fast start senior gold, it's when they join and in the very first month have the amount of people it takes to achieve that rank. Pretty incredible, eh? So that means the welcome packs that they buy are considered mock points, and the mock points are only applicable in the first 30 days. So let's look a little bit about the other pay points. This is sometimes confusing, and it took me a long time to catch on to this because I wasn't actually paying attention to the compensation plan. Each time a person joins your team and every month that they fill their 100 PVs and become commission qualified, each one of those people will give you pay points, right? So my level 1, 2s, and 3s are 5 points. Level 4 is 4 points. Level 5 is 3, 6 is 2, and 7 is 1. As these people are filling their auto order or just having customers go through their website, as long as they're reaching 100 PV, you are getting these points. And as these points add up, as people are joining your team, that's how you reach each rank. So let's look at the ranks. This is the points required for each rank. Silver, we're gonna have a lot of silvers. I'm super excited for that. Only 3 qualified ambassadors. 3 qualified ambassadors is 3 people joining in the same month with a welcome pack, or 3 people in your first level that have 100 PVs or more. Gold, you're looking at 100 points. Senior gold, 250. I just went over the points as we got the rank achievement in the last slide. This is very similar. Senior gold is 250 points. Ruby is 500 points. Senior ruby is 750. Emerald is 1500. Sapphire is 3,000, and diamond is 4,500 points. So each point has an OP, which means your outside primary leg. Often you'll have one leg on your team that is growing faster than the others. So the others have to make up the outside primary points as well, right? And then let's look at Emerald. When you reached Emerald, you have now reached the jewel rank of the company. These are a few bonuses that come with this. Kind of surreal to even believe that it's happening, but it's so very doable, incredibly doable. When you reach Emerald, you have now earned your Plexus Lexus. You have also earned your yearly trip to Hawaii. This year we're going to Maui. Super excited about that. Plus, no longer is there only a one-time bonus when you have achieved this rank, but each and every month that you reach your required amount of points, you profit share in the Emerald pool. So it's 3% of the profit pool divided among the emeralds. Incredible, incredible. Let's look a little bit at the sapphire and diamond. The sapphire also profit shares in the emerald pool. So it's 3% that the emeralds get, profit sharing divided among the emeralds. And then the sapphire adds another 1% to that. So you're already getting 4% of the emerald, of the profit share. Diamond, you same thing, and then adds the 1%, so you're up to 5% of the profit share. Incredible. This is huge. We've often talked about the power of 3. This is a huge thing for especially a month like now, when everyone is trying to help everyone go silver, right? The power of 3, going silver is truly where this business starts. So if you look at the me and pretend that that me is you, that this is where you have started, you have joined 3 level 1s. Those 3 level 1s give you 15 points. All those 3 level 1s want to go silver. Yay, let's do it for them. Double bonus month this month. Each one of those goes silver. Now you're looking at 45 points. Wow. So when we go back to the ranks, you only needed 100 points to go gold, right? Let's look at level 3s. So now you're seeing it's not just you doing all the recruiting. Everyone gets to do the same thing. Meanwhile, you still always keep recruiting. Even though you have 3 people, you always still keep recruiting, because Plexus allows us to build far and wide and 7 levels deep that we get paid on, right? So if you're going to, I'm going to stop and interrupt this levels here a little bit, because this is always very visual to me when I think of the power of 3. If you're going to listen to other people's companies and different compensation plans, often you'll hear the term of a binary compensation plan, which means it's like a teeter-totter. They have a large leg and they have a small leg, right? What happens is most of the time the people that join those multi-level marketing companies, they only get paid on the small leg. So as they're building, if their small leg all of a sudden has a lot of growth, you will get bumped. The company always keeps the big leg. The company always builds on their own big leg. They get paid on the big leg. You don't. You might get a bonus. So say you're here and you've all of a sudden had massive growth in your team and you've reached the top. Your leg has grown as big as what the company's is. You may get a large bonus, but you get bumped back down to here. So there's no such thing in those companies as what we have, the residual income on getting paid over and over, right? Huge difference. So Plexus is not a binary compensation plan. We have legs as many as we want. So consider each level 1 your legs. Think about it. You can build a table with as many legs as you want. It'll be pretty sturdy. So let's look at the level 3s. If each level 3 adds 3 people, you're up to 135 points. You have now reached gold. All these level 4s go silver at 4 points each. Now we're counting points, right? 324 points. You're coming right up to, you're over senior gold now. Level 5, all those people go silver. You've got 243 ambassadors at 3 points per ambassador. You've got 729 points. That's almost senior ruby. Isn't it incredible how you can see it grow? Level 6, well, 729 ambassadors at 2 points each, 1,458 points. Incredible, right? Even the level 7s, look at that. 2,187 ambassadors at 1 point each is 2,187 points. Add them all together, you're at diamond, 4,893. If only everyone goes silver. It truly starts with silver. Okay, so let's look a little bit at the income. The opportunity, I think, is often, maybe we don't see exactly of how much of a difference it could make to each family of what even $400, $500 a month would do, right? To me, that was huge. That meant that I didn't have to as carefully budget my grocery bill every month, right? Food's expensive. Every family struggles with making sure ends meet. Not every family, but lots of people do. You'll find that when you talk to people, very often, if you ask people what their biggest stress would be, and they can be often sick people, they will say finances, right? Because finances are really, really stressful. So let's look a little bit at the potential. Starting at silver, we have the potential of having a $5,000 per year income. That's incredible. That's incredible, bringing an extra $5,000 a year into your household by going silver, by keeping these people active, right? Incredible opportunity. Never ever say, well, I'm only silver. No, no, that's awesome. You're helping contribute. You're helping at least 3 people have the same opportunity as well. Let's take it to, even let's go up to Ruby, $35,000. What can $35,000 do to the average household? So let's say you've always been a stay-at-home mom. $35,000 into a family's household could be an incredible change, right? That could mean the difference of having the family sustained on that income. Let's say you're paying your utilities, your groceries, and your household needs just by being a Ruby ambassador. I have seen this personally. It is incredible what that can do. And the change that it brings when a family sees their mom helping other people, it grows and builds the whole family. Everyone grows and learns from it. Now let's take it up a little bit to think about, even as a senior Ruby, that's not a jewel level yet, but $55,000 per household. If I think about how many years I left the house in order to make an income, I never made $55,000 a year. I would have had to been gone a whole lot more than what I already was to make $55,000 a year. In fact, I didn't even make a Ruby income, and I was gone a lot. I brought my kids to the babysitter. I paid for the babysitter on less than a Ruby income, right? So never think that you're bothering people when you're talking about this business opportunity, because the potential is incredible. Now let's look at Emerald. $112,000 and $891. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So now what's that going to do to your family? What's that going to be in your household? Is that going to give freedom to even your husband? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine the dreams that you could actually put on your paper and write down your goals if that's what you had? It is so very doable to each and every one of you. So very doable. Incredible opportunity. And then I want to jump up to Diamond, because if Emerald is possible, so is Diamond. Absolutely, each and every one of you. Diamond income of $429,259. Okay, that is huge money. We've talked a little bit in certain groups about having a mindset of making money and how much is too much. And people talk about different terms of poverty mindset, or they talk about a scarcity mindset. When you think, oh, I'll never have that much money, or when you think, oh, I can't do that. No, that's just for rich people. Oh, I wouldn't want to be rich because rich people are corrupt. You know, there's different understandings of what we have, of what money can do, right? And I've been so incredibly blessed by getting to know so many of the jewels in our company, the management of our company, and I can truly attest to the fact that money can be a massive blessing in order to be used as a tool to bless others. So let's just take it right back to Alec Clark, and when he says, when you've been blessed, be a blessing. To me, that's just, there's been so many opportunities in my life where I have so wanted to reach out my hand and help others, but I was bound by the lack of finances in our household, right? Because you cannot take from your own that your own cannot eat in order to feed others. You first have to care for your own. That's incredible to have the opportunity to do both, to be living with an open hand. So I really want you to see that it's not just about money, but it's about what that money can be used for. I've heard so many dreams that people have been able to do. Look up on YouTube what Celeste Gwen is doing in Africa and the massive amount of water wells that they're building for the people there, and how they have prayed over places where no water should have come, and wells were built and water came. And it's because she chose to use her massive blessings, double diamond in the company has incredible amount of people on her team, and she uses Plexus as a blessing to bring to third world countries, right? Incredible opportunity. Okay, so I'm going to stop that there, and we've gone on quite long already. I just want to end with tonight with product and opportunity are both yours to be had, and let's start small. If you're finding this overwhelming, if you're finding that it's a little bit, oh, where am I going to start? Tap into the groups that we have going this month. Summer of Silvers. Every day there's new stories. There's new videos for you to watch. If you're doing one thing this month, do that. Do the Summer of Silvers. Get tips on how to talk to people. Find the scripts that the successful people are using. No one has to reinvent the wheel. We have every tool that you will ever need, every tool that you have in order to share with others, and always, always know that you're not alone. You can always use your uplines and bring them into your conversations and say, hey, I've been sharing Plexus with so-and-so, and I would love if you told her a little bit more about it, right? One Plexus culture. I'm so glad that we have that. No one's competing, everyone's working together. So I'm going to end tonight. It's been an hour. Don't want to keep you too long. If you want to share this with your teammates, I'm going to have it up and posted hopefully by tonight. It has to download first. And thank you guys for coming. Have a good night, everyone.